3 seasoned Imperial Guards, specializing in capturing dangerous animals, take on a mission to catch a giant underwater monster lurking in the depths of the Yellow River near the village of Guashan. Upon arrival, the trio discovers that the village is under the sway of a cult led by a cruel, supposedly century-old priestess that worships the river monster as a god and regularly sacrifices village children to appease it. To defeat the creature, the heroes must first overcome the deep-rooted superstitions ingrained in the minds of the villagers. It's well known that Chinese censorship is extremely hostile to any hints of mysticism or the paranormal in films and TV shows. So, if you do see ghosts or demons in Chinese cinema, they'll likely be part of classic mythological stories based on literary classics. But monsters are a slightly different matter, as their existence can always be explained with some pseudo-scientific blabber. For example, mutations, a complex combination of potions and poisons, alien intervention, or even the whims of intelligent fungi. Yes, that's also been seen in Chinese cinema, and while it's a stretch, it still has a chance of getting past the censors. The creators of Monster didn't even bother themselves with an explanation where the mutated underwater monster came from during the Ming Dynasty. Instead, they cleverly steered the narrative in a socially approved direction by pitting the forces of good against superstition itself. After all, a river monster is one thing, it exists, and who knows what might be hiding at the bottom of the Yellow River. But a villainous cult that presents this monster as a god and forces people to ritually sacrifice their children is another matter entirely. That's what needs to be fought, that's what needs to be debunked. The supposedly century-old age of the cult leader is also no accident. It symbolizes centuries of feudal superstitions that are long overdue for retirement. Monster was actually filmed back in 2020, but it wasn't released until 4 years later. During that time, a lot has changed. Chinese online cinema reached its peak, failed to sustain it, and began to decline. As a result, this film, which a year earlier might have seemed entirely unremarkable, is now being received relatively favorably. It's simple, straightforward, unpretentious, and clearly low budget, featuring little-known actors and locations we've seen in dozens of other online projects over the years, so the creators have nothing particularly surprising to offer. Yet, at the same time, they deliver their story as honestly as possible. The film avoids unnecessary dialogue, tells its story through action, convincingly and endearingly develops the friendship between the 3 main characters, and doesn't shy away from its main attraction, the water monster itself. While the monster's design and animation are far from perfect, it gets plenty of screen time.